与最低分，最后得分为85.1分。22号选手去掉最高分及最低分，最后得分为83.8分。23号选手去掉最高分及最低分，最后得分为85.4分。24号选手去掉最高分及最低分，最后得分为82.6分。21号选手85.1分，22号选手83.8分，23号选手85.4分，24号选手82.6分。以上，谢谢。现在我们将公布第2环节所有参赛者的成绩排名。Now we would like to announce the ranks of all contestants in the second session. 第1名4号为87分，第2名7号86.6分，有两个第2名12以及12号86.6分，第4名20号86.3分，第5名有2个13号85.4分及23号也是85.4分，第7名14号85.2分，第8名21号85.1分，第9名11号85分，第10名15号84.8分，第11名10号84.6分，第12名5号84.4分，第13名22号83.8分，第14名2号83.4分，第15名18号83分，第16名24号82.6分，第17名1号82.2分，第18名16号81.8分，第19名17号81.6分，第20名19号80.5分，第21名3号80.2分，第22名8号79.8分，第23名6号78.8分，第24名9号77.4分。接着我们将公布第1及第2环节综合成绩排名。Now we would like to announce the ranks in terms of average scores of the first and second session. 第1名11号128.1分，第2名4号126.2分，第3名12号125.8分，第4名7号125.5分，第5名14号125.4分，第6名13号125.2分，第7名15号124.7分，第8名20号124.5分，第9名21号123.8分，第10名1号123.6分，第11名24号122.4分，第12名10号121.7分，第13名2号121.6分，第14名8号120.8分，第15名两名并列，16号及18号参赛者得分为120.6分。第17名23号119.8分，第18名22号118.8，第19名5号118.7，第20名19号116.7，第21名17号116.2，第22名9号114.2，第23名6号112.5分，第24名3号107.4分。以上，谢谢。Ladies and gentlemen, we will have a lunch break from now on till 2:30. The venue for lunch is in the Department of English.
现在我们将展开第3环节赛事对话口译。本环节将分成2个时段进行，在第8位参赛者完成比赛时，将有15分钟的中场休息时间，再就由其他8位参赛者比赛。
本环节的比赛规则如下：一位中方嘉宾和一位外方嘉宾就某一话题展开简短讨论，对话由1名选手担任双向口译，每组对话含口译时间长约7到8分钟。本环节可以做笔记，总分为100分，将按第2环节及第3环节总得分排名。Ladies and gentlemen, we would like to spend some time introducing our 3 pairs of speakers. Firstly, we have Mr. Fiosad and Professor Guo Fenglan. The second pair of speakers we have Mr. Charles Headwood and Professor Lai Bingyan. Last but not least, Mr. Robert Pierce and Professor Zhuang Liling. 第三环节比赛会议口译正式开始，讲者请上台。The first pair of speakers, please come to the floor. 现在有请1号参赛者进场，2号参赛者请准备。
食衣住行，这些常被认为是人类的基本需求。换句话说，房屋对我们来说是一个非常重要的必需品，更是投资上一个关键的环节。在很多国家，房地产也占了个人财富中很大的一部分。良好的房市与健全的经济是息息相关。您可以提供一些您对现在房价市场的看法吗？
Food, housing, transportation, and clothes are the basic necessities of every human being. In other words, housing is a key part in our daily life, and it is also an important sector of our investment. So it also is quite similar in a lot of countries, and it has taken a whopping part of our property. Actually, the development of our property also go hand in hand with our sound economy. So what's your opinion on the housing?
Sure. Well, first of all, housing is an essential sector of the economy, but also one that has been the source of vulnerabilities and crises. Hence, while the recent recovery in global housing markets is a welcome development, we need to guard against another unsustainable boom. Second, detecting overvaluation in housing markets is still more of an art than a science. Broad measures, such as house price to rent ratios, provide a first pass, but detailed analysis and judgment are needed to make the call about overvaluation. Third, the policy toolkit to manage housing booms is still under construction. A variety of tools have been used, and evidence suggests some short-run success. But more analysis and sharing of experience are needed on what works and what doesn't.
确实如此，现今的房地产市场确实在经济当中发挥十分重要的作用，并且它会给我们带来一些压力跟动力。所以在经济逐渐回春、逐渐放暖的环境当中，我们仍然有一些不稳定的因素存在。 有一些发展是不可持续的，尽管我们在艺术以及科学方面有一些进步，但是我们仍然需要更多宏观的，包括政策以及引导方面来促进更好的投资环境。我们同时也还需要更多的工具来使得我们的房地产市场能够进一步的实现更好的成功。同时呢，我们也有许多经济的政策。 来告诉我们，到底哪一些政策是有用的，而哪一些是没有效果的。
我们都知道，房地产在其他领域也扮演了很重要的角色。譬如说，房贷的市场对于货币政策的传导非常重要。另外，良好的住宅环境也可以刺激劳工的流动，并且帮助经济面对冲击。 有些人认为房地产市场的快速成长是可以被容忍的，但有些人则不如此认为。您觉得呢？
As is known to all, property also played a key part in a lot of sectors, and it has created an important impact on the currency. And in terms of the positive influence, it will also push the mobility of our labor force and help our country to withstand the market volatility. Something that the soaring housing price is okay, but something that, well, it is intolerable. What do you think?
Housing booms have different characteristics across countries and time periods. What is common is that when the bust comes, it very often damages financial stability and the real economy. The tools for containing housing booms are still being developed. The evidence on their effectiveness is only just starting to accumulate. The interactions of various policy tools can be complex, but all this should not be an excuse for inaction. It is only by maintaining an open dialogue on these issues that we will gain a solid understanding of how policies can contain housing booms. I want to emphasize that international coordination is essential, since housing booms in one country can be fed by credit market developments abroad.
确实，房地产的一些特点在不同的国家以及不同的时期是不一样的，尤其是在泡沫时期，它会影响经济的发展以及公信力。现在呢，房地产的市场正在继续蓬勃的发展，有一些呢也取得了一些有效的成果，并且还在继续的积攒。那现在呢，我们已经采取了一些有效的措施，实现经济的复苏，但是这并不能成为房地产发展的借口。我们希望能够采取一些有效的措施，使得我们的房地产市场实现更健康的发展。同时呢，尽管有一些国家说他们为了发展房地产，可能在国内有一些货币政策的不良的发展，然而我认为可以通过寻求国际上的帮助来解决这个问题。谢谢。
谢谢1号参赛者。下一组讲者请上台。The next pair of the speakers, please come to the floor. 2号参赛者请进场。3号参赛者请准备。
唐代诗人顾况曾经揶揄白居易说：“长安居大不易。”现在拿这句话来描述世界各地大都会的居住问题，再贴切不过了。例如上海市的房价，这几年飙升到多数老百姓都无法负担的地步，大家只能望房兴叹。但是我们都知道，德国首都柏林却成功地抑制房价。市议会下令柏林市政府要在未来10年内新建3万户公共住宅，增加国营房地产公司的房屋数目，抑制租金上涨，保障低收入的租户。可不可以简单说明一下，为什么德国做得到？
In recent years, it's been getting more and more difficult to purchase a house in urban cities around the world, especially in Shanghai. Affordable housing is not plausible for most people. However, in Germany, especially the capital Berlin, there is a successful case. The city council has asked the city government to build 30,000 more public housing in the next few years and maintain the rent low for the citizens in Berlin to be affordable, to be able to afford the rent and secure their right to habitat and secure the housing for the people of lower income. I'd like to ask your opinions on this. How does Germany be able to succeed in this matter?
Well, one reason that we could do this is because Germany remains a country where people rent instead of own homes. In Berlin, the proportion of renters is as high as 85%. However, many neighborhoods are fast gentrifying, buoying rents that have long been steady and affordable. This ongoing wave of rent hikes and evictions has sparked wide concern for poorer citizens. So, tenant-friendly policies are adopted to ensure social justice and protect housing rights, which we Germans view as a fundamental human right.
那首先最大的原因就是因为在德国呢，仍然大部分的居民都是以租屋的方式，而不是购物的方式居住。那特别在柏林，85%的人民都是租屋。那这是目前的现象，但是我们现在看到一个趋势，就是所谓的市生化。那这样市生化以及都更的结果呢，导致租金飙升，那这个趋势也导致许多的居民开始渐渐的没有办法负担得起租金，特别是低收入的住民特别的受到影响。因此呢，许多政策开始形成，想办法去保障社会正义，并且保障居住权，因为在德国居住权是一个基本的人权。
这项政策在许多国家听起来真的是相当不可思议，特别是对华人来说，因为我们一个根深蒂固的观念就是有土私有财。我对于国营房地产公司这个概念特别感兴趣。请问这是像美国房利美 Fannie Mae 或房地美 Freddie Mac 这种政府资助，可以说是半官方的房贷融资公司吗？可不可以稍微说明一下这些国营房地产公司在居住正义方面所扮演的角色
？I think the policies in Germany is very incredible. It's especially incredible for the Chinese-speaking community because in the Chinese-speaking community, we usually view property as a real form of wealth. Therefore, I'm very interested in the public real estate company, that the policy. Is it similar to the Freddie Mae and Freddie Mac in the United States, or is it something else? I'm very interested in that policy and how it's able to secure social justice.
There are 4 such state-owned companies whose main responsibilities are renting and maintenance. They build public housing projects, acquire private housing through the property market, and are in charge of maintaining their quality. So they are able to moderate the rent in a very simple way, which is the economic principle of supply and demand. When the rent is too high, they release more housing units, and vice versa. This new policy not only stipulates that these companies have to build more and let more, it also sets a cap on the amount of rent they can charge. By regulating supply, they help maintain housing justice in the German society.
那主要呢有4间国营的房地产公司，他们负责去购入房产，并且把这些房子出租出去。那维持房价的最好的方式就是维持它的供需平衡。那当市场上面的租金开始往上飙升的时候，这一些国营的房地产公司就会释出更多的房产。那透过这样子就可以去达到一个租金的平衡，反之亦然。那透过这样子的方式，这些国营的房地产公司得以维持一个平均的租金，限制租金的涨幅，然后维护德国社会的居住正义。谢谢 ，Thank you。
谢谢2号选手。下一组讲者请上台。The next pair of speakers, please come to the floor. 3号选手请进场，4号选手请准备。
食衣住行，这些常被认为是人类的基本需求。换句话说，房屋对我们来说是一个非常重要的必需品，更是投资上一个关键的环节。在很多国家，房地产也占了个人财富中很大的一部分。良好的房市与健全的经济是息息相关。您可以提供一些您对现在房价市场的看法吗？
We say that the basic needs of people are mostly the shelter, clothes, housing, and transportation. So we can say that the good housing is a very important aspect of people's life. And also for the investors, it is also very important for them to have a good investing in housing. So what is your idea of the relationship of construction and a good life?
Sure. Well, first of all, housing is an essential sector of the economy, but also one that has been the source of vulnerabilities and crises. Hence, while the recent recovery in the global housing markets is a welcome development, we need to guard against another unsustainable boom. Second, detecting overvaluation in housing markets is still more of an art than it is a science. Broad measures, such as house price to rent ratios, provide a first pass, but detailed analysis and judgment are needed to make a call about overvaluation. Third, the policy toolkit to manage housing booms is still under construction. A variety of tools have been used, and evidence suggests some short-run success, but more analysis and sharing of experience are needed on what works and what doesn't.
确实，住房是经济发展活动的一个非常重要的核心的地位。那么我们现在可以看到，就是很多的人他们正在推行一个不可持续的房价上涨。而控制房价上涨，现在更多的是一个技术活动，而不是一个可以采取非常严密的控制的活动。此外呢，很多的人对于一些激进的政策激励手段，认为他们可以造成短时间的房地产市场的振兴，但是这样的活动并不可持续，所以他们也需要受到控制。
我们都知道，房地产在其他领域也扮演了很重要的角色。譬如说，房贷的市场对于货币政策的传导非常重要。另外，良好的住宅环境也可以刺激劳工的流动，并且帮助经济面对冲击。有些人认为房地产市场的快速成长是可以被容忍的，但有些人则不如此认为。您觉得呢？
Yes, the real estate is also the development of real estate is also welcomed in many other areas. For example, the mortgage market can influence the policies of currencies, and also the good environment can help people to migrate to other places and boom the economy there. So, what is your idea of the tolerance of the improvement of real estate market?
Housing booms have different characteristics across countries and time periods. What is common is that when the bust comes, it often damages financial stability and the real economy. The tools for containing housing booms are still being developed. The evidence on their effectiveness is only just starting to accumulate. The interactions of various policy tools can be complex, but all this should not be an excuse for inaction. It is only by maintaining an open dialogue on these issues that we will gain a solid understanding of how policies can contain housing booms. I want to emphasize that international coordination is also essential, since housing booms in one country can be fed by credit market developments abroad.
确实，住房在不同的国家、不同的时候，它会对一个地区造成不同的影响。但是同样的情况就是，一旦住房体系它遭受到了重创之后，它会对经济稳定以及实体经济造成巨大的影响。所以说，我们在采取控制房价的时候，这些政策仍然正在制定当中，而且相关的干预政策非常的复杂。但是这一系列的原因都不是我们不采取行动的借口。我们只有通过更加开放的对话和协调，才能够更好的制定相关的政策来控制房价。此外，还要指出的一点就是，全球性的协调仍然是非常必要的，因为房地产体系的波动仍然会在全球范围内引起信用体系的波动。谢谢。
谢谢3号选手。4号选手请进场。
食衣住行，这些常被认为是人类的基本需求。 换句话说，房屋对我们来说是一个非常重要的必需品，更是投资上一个关键的环节。在很多国家，房地产也占了个人财富中很大的一部分。良好的房市与健全的经济是息息相关。您可以提供一些您对现在房价市场的看法吗？
Food, clothes, housing, and travel. These are the basic necessities for humankind. And actually, housing is not only a necessity, but also a critical part of investments. In many countries, real estate expenditure is a great portion of personal financing issues, and a good housing market is intimately connected with a sound economic environment. What is your idea on this?
Sure. Well, first of all, housing is an essential sector of the economy, but also one that has been the source of vulnerabilities and crises. Hence, while the recent recovery in global housing markets is a welcome development, we need to guard against another unsustainable boom. Second, detecting overvaluation in housing markets is still more of an art than a science. Broad measures, such as house price to rent ratios, provide a first pass. But detailed analysis and judgment are needed to make a call about overvaluation. Third, the policy toolkit to manage housing booms is still under construction. A variety of tools have been used, and evidence suggests some short-run success. But more analysis and sharing of experience are needed on what works and what doesn't.
当然，首先，房地产对于一个经济来说非常的重要，但同时呢，它也是经济脆弱与危机的源泉。所以说，在全球房地产市场，尽管价格迅速上涨，这也是需要我们来预防不稳定的可能出现。当然，面临着第二点，我们想提的是过高的房价，我们不仅要有严格的手段来控制，同时我们也需要来分析其中背后的原因。第三，我认为政策手段当然是正在建设中，我们有非常的手段显得非常有成效，但是我们也仍然需要多分析原因，才能够决定什么事是对的，什么事不该这么做。
我们都知道，房地产在其他领域也扮演了很重要的角色。譬如说，房贷的市场对于货币政策的传导非常重要。另外，良好的住宅环境也可以刺激劳工的流动，并且帮助经济面对冲击。有些人认为房地产市场的快速成长是可以被容忍，但有些人则不如此认为。您觉得呢？
We all know that real estate and property markets is also crucial for other sectors. The real estate loans is an important part to connect with monetary policies. Living